What up, though? Yeah, guys, this is a quick thought after the match. Just finished watching the Chelsea against Manchester City match. First of all, like I said, I remember in the previous video that I made, I talked about how I don't expect Chelsea to start picking up points. I expect them to continue with these first few games, to continue to learn the style of play that Enzo Maresca wants to implement. And for me, I think it was a good game for Chelsea. I think the players, especially for the first 66 minutes, was probably what I saw. It shows that the team is moving in the right direction. I think, of course, maybe after the 66 minutes, the coach made some substitutions that I think killed the game. Romero Lavia was actually having a good game. It was starting up the attacks, getting the ball from the central backs. It was everywhere recovering balls with Caicedo. I think their partnership in midfield was okay. We saw Enzo Fernandez as a 10. But Enzo Fernandez, I was so shocked. I don't know how he finished the game on the pitch. I feel like he should have been off the pitch like since 45 minutes. And I think I have a problem with Enzo Fernandez and the Enzo Fernandez clan or the Enzo Fernandez fanatic. This is a player that was bought for £100 million. I feel like a lot of football fans, I know they are fickle and I know they are hypocrites. I am also one of them. I know I am fickle and I can't be an hypocrite. But I think the Enzo Fernandez, the whole conversation about Enzo Fernandez is getting out of hand. For me, this is a player that, okay, a lot of people have said, is a 6. A lot of people have said play him higher up the pitch. A lot of people have said play him as a 10. In this game, he started basically as a 10, and it was awful. This is a player that he could not even create those chances that we expected, and there were a couple of chances that came his way with a better first touch or with the technical know-how. He could have done better with the ball. Caicedo was recovering balls. Lavia was recovering balls and starting our attacks. After the 66 minutes, a lot of people have said, okay, it was because of precaution. Lavia has not had a lot of minutes. That was why he was subbed out. And And Enzo Fernandez stayed on the pitch. I think for me, in this first half, I would have actually substituted Enzo Fernandez at halftime. Moved Christopher Nkunku into the 10th position because he was struggling out as a winger. He was not able to get past Rico Lewis. I would have brought in maybe Pedro Neto or a Madueke or a Mudryk in the game, just to play as a winger so that they can just fare our attack, or like Man City can be worried about the pace that we have on the wings, which the coach didn't do until the 60th minute or 62nd minute. Lavia was right in the game. He was having a good game. Then Enzo Fernandez was pushed back to the 6th position where a lot of Chelsea players have been clamoring for, has been complaining about him playing in that position. Then he played, as soon as they played in that position, 2 minutes later, Caicedo got booked. Just because how lazy Enzo Fernandez is, just because of his inability to track his markers, inability to defend spaces. And for me, I think we saw it last season with Gallagher in the team, that whenever Enzo Fernandez was on in the team, Chelsea were winning games. They played very well. The last 8 matches of the season, they won those games. Not necessarily just because of Enzo Fernandez, but Enzo Fernandez also had a big role to play in him not being on the pitch. Because in that formation, we saw Caicedo get the ball from the defenders. We saw him being able to recover balls. And we saw Conor Gallagher right beside him being able to do the same thing as well. Maybe not being able to start attacks in the level that Enzo Fernandez can do, but he was always there to recover balls. And that is what Enzo Fernandez can do. And if he can't do that, there's no way he can play as a 6 in the Premier League. We saw it with Jorginho. Jorginho always had somebody like Kante beside him. And we see it with, there's a reason why Jorginho is not the first name on the team sheet at Arsenal. And there's a reason why Jorginho didn't win the league at Chelsea, or Chelsea didn't win the league with Jorginho there, because those players, as good as they are with starting attacks, they are so poor defensively. And Premier League is a league whereby you need a player that can recover balls, a player that can, first of all, protect your back four. For how good Rodri is, he's one of the best players when it comes to protecting the back four or recovering balls. He's not only just there because of his passing abilities. For me, I think moving forward, Chelsea will be much more better if Enzo Fernandez accept the role as a rotational player. Just be a player that, okay, you are not starting every game. There are some games he doesn't have to start. Be on the bench. For me, next game, I'm playing Lavia and Caicedo in that midfield because they did so well in the 66 minutes that Lavia was on the pitch with Caicedo. As soon as Lavia left the pitch, the tempo of the game slowed down. Chelsea didn't even play at the high pace, at the high level they used to play. Normally, we are accustomed to seeing them play under Pochettino. We know this is a new manager, this is a new style. But still, The tempo was still manageable when Lavia was on the pitch. But as soon as Enzo Fernandez went back to the 6th position, the tempo dropped. I know Nicholas Jackson is just coming back from injury, and that was why he was subbed off for Maguire. But also tell me why Chelsea signed Kenan Drisbiol. That guy is not Chelsea standard. I've seen his games in preseason. I've seen him against Manchester. I saw him against Inter Milan for 45 minutes. It was awful. You can't tell me that Kenan Drisbiol is a better player than Conor Gallagher. These are one of those signings that Chelsea make that people question what is actually really going on at with the sporting directors at Chelsea. Because this is a player that is basically doing the same thing Conor Gallagher does, but you guys are saying Conor Gallagher does not fit the style of play. I know it's a signing maybe just to suit the manager or just to please the manager, but we've seen in his performances that this guy is not a player that will take Chelsea to the next level. At the sub, 64, 66 minutes, Chelsea were okay, they were decent. They played at the level, they matched Manchester City, even though it was Manchester City maybe at not their strongest, because their bench, there was a lot of players that could start the game that were on the bench, maybe because they were just coming back from preseason and all that. There was no Rodri as well. But Chelsea matched them for 66 minutes of the game. And as soon as the coach made those subs, he just killed the level of the game. Maguire is a talented youngster, but I don't think he's ready enough to come into Chelsea with the kind of pressure that Chelsea has for him to be the second striker at Chelsea Football Club. I think Chelsea has to do whatever they can to make sure that they have to get the top 9 from somewhere. Maybe Victor Osimhen from Napoli, or try to get the deal for João Felix done by Atletico Madrid. They just really need a body. It shows in this game. You can't tell me that this Kenan Drisbiol is better than Kenny Chukwuemeka. You can't tell me there's a specific reason why this guy was signed, when there are a lot of players that can play in that position. You can't tell me that Drisbiol did something special in this game that Conor Gallagher won't be able to do. And why is he being forced out? We talk about PSR and everything. I'm also tired of Enzo Fernandez fanatics. I think going forward, I was impressed with what I saw with Chelsea today. I was not expecting them to win the game. Of course, you can't be delusional like that. As a fan, you might believe that they can actually prove you wrong by winning or getting a point from the game. But going forward, I was impressed with what we saw. And I'm expecting the team to only continue to get better and better. And like I said in my previous videos, I've talked about how I think Chelsea will start picking up points consistently by November. I don't see them picking up points consistently at this early stage of the season. But maybe by November, they get more accustomed to Enzo Maresca's style of play and they continue to do better. But on this game, I'm just so tired of Enzo Fernandez. Like, the way the fans and everything, the way they do him as if like he's the king and he's untouchable. I'm just so tired. And those are my thoughts on this game. So I would like to know your thoughts as well on the Chelsea against Manchester City game in the comment section. Please don't forget to comment, like, share and subscribe. Until I come on the way next time, it's Madiba. Thank you. I'm signing out.